people think they can make, the average person who gets involved thinks they can make too much money too quickly, but underestimates how much they can make if they are more steady with their process. So they don't understand the thing, you know, compound interest. They don't understand that what 2 or 3% a month will do if they grow it. The second thing is that once they've got some technical knowledge, they're in a way almost more dangerous. Yes, they know about using stops and managing small risk, but what I see a lot of traders do in the early days is when they've understood about support and resistance and certain indicators, if the trade didn't go their way, they start saying things like, oh, that's because we were at a resistance, or that was because the MACD was below the midline. And that, although it's subtle, is a very, very dangerous game to get into, because you're making that suggestion with the benefit of hindsight. But when you actually trade, you never trade with the benefit of hindsight. So I see that happening. It's a subtle one. And I think the last one is that traders, especially when they start out, is they know what we teach them intellectually, but they think that by knowing it intellectually, they've passed the test. And unfortunately, trading is a rites of passage. I can say something to one trader and they get it first time. I can say it to another trader, they get it first time, but they've had a nice winning run. So as a result of that winning run, they haven't really experienced it. I had a trader, Hayley. She's only been trading about 4 months. Her first month, she was 11% up, and she closed the month 4% up. And initially, she was a little bit, oh, look what I had, and now look where I am. But for me, I actually took that as brilliant, because you've been through a learning process very early on, what it feels like to be mid-month and up at 11% and then be down at 4. It almost feels like a failure, but actually she's made 4% in her first month.
Yeah.
But she needs to experience that. I can talk about stories and show people this, but they need to go through it.
When I first started to think about building self-awareness, I naively thought that people who were quiet would be better suited to acquire that skill and discipline. In fact, I was completely and utterly wrong there. They were like a duck that's silent on the top of the water, but their little feet were going like hell underneath. So, in fact, if anything, the loud people can quite easily be the most present. Underneath all that gregarious behavior, they're actually quite there. I'm asked that question by desk heads around the world. What makes a good trader? What do I have to look for to find a good trader? And the answer is that ability either comes naturally, or somebody's prepared to work at it to become present. Clearly, they've got to have the information, and they've got to be able to react to that information. They've got to be able to make decisions around that information. But that self-awareness is everything, and the people that haven't got that self-awareness, in fact, fail quite miserably very quickly, and they get shifted off to other parts of the organization. There's 3 levels, as you know: the front office, the middle office, and the back office. The front office have their Christmas party in Barbados. The middle office go to a hotel in Park Lane, and the back office, they have their Christmas party in front of a karaoke machine at Pizza Express. That's the sort of pecking order. So that's where you'll be if you don't, in fact, think about some self-awareness and become present at any game and any sport.